Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to 2025. We're starting out the brand new year with a new GTA 6 leak. We'll be talking about what happened, where it happened, what it means, and a whole lot more, all in this video today. So if all things go right, 2025 is set to be the year of Grand Theft Auto 6, but Rockstar probably didn't want it to start off this way, and that's with a brand new GTA 6 leak. And this is how it all began roughly about 24 hours ago, posted on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit by a user JustLoveIt0. Their post was GTA 6 photo from mid-2021, going on to say, not sure if this is the right way to show a photo / some videos, but someone close to me worked at the Rockstar office for a bit in 2021. Here's an early photo of Grand Theft Auto 6 and some videos from the office I got on Snapchat. And you guys can see there, posted in that is a Google Drive link. And that's where the two videos and the single image were actually posted. And I feel somewhat comfortable posting this and showing it with you guys because Rockstar seemingly hasn't tried to take it down really over the last 24 hours or so. It's still up on websites and social media. So here's the image right here. You can see on the monitor, we're looking at what looks to be a screenshot of Grand Theft Auto 6. Not really a screenshot per se, but like a still image of the gameplay that's being recorded. It's an image of Lucia in the iconic outfit we know her in, that sort of pink long sleeve top and the blue camo jeans. And we can also see it as a very similar debug menu from the leaks that came out in 2022, and where she seems to be standing almost looks like an industrial area / military base. You can see that there's some hangars in the background. You can also see that there's some big container cargo crates there. Obviously, we know we're in Vice City to some degree with the giant palm trees above the bright blue sky. There seems to be a couple of other things like this big concrete wall, some dirt piles, a red dumpster, a green dumpster, and a handful of things going on in the background like what looks to be a big spire or tower, as well as a couple of power poles that you can see as well. Now, as far as what else we're looking at right here, this apparently is Rockstar San Diego's office. You can see that there's a lot of monitors. You can see that like half the lights seem to be on. And you can also see on the desk, that is a PlayStation 5 development kit. And as far as the two videos go, they're not very long, only 2 seconds long each, and they're pretty blurry. But you can see one of them actually zooms in on an Xbox console development kit. And if we actually slow it down, you can see that there's some writing on there, SAND, and then you have -XBSC, and then I believe it says A5 or 45060, and then what looks to be an IP address of some sort where it's got 10.0.45.8. We'll talk about the significance of that in a little bit. And the second video that was posted, again, is roughly only about 2 seconds long as well. And you can see it's of another desk setup in the area with a bunch of PCs and controllers and development kits. And it kind of shows briefly what's going on another monitor. I'm not sure really what to make out from there. But again, it all seemingly comes from the same place, and that is the Rockstar San Diego office. So those videos were essentially proving the image to be correct, that it was a legitimate leak, and that was the source that it was coming from. And so I know the first thing that people do is say, oh, that's got to be a fake. We know what Grand Theft Auto 6 leaked footage looks like thanks to the massive 90+ clips that came out in 2022. So it's very easy to fake some of that, but there are a lot of consistencies here. Like, for example, the windows outside do seem to match the Rockstar San Diego offices. And the dev kits are labeled SAND for Rockstar San Diego, with the PS5 dev kit having a 10.0.45.80 IP address, which is within San Diego's internal network range. And the image itself also has some metadata that points to it being legit. Like, for example, we can see exactly when the picture was taken. It was taken on June 22nd, 2021, just before 5 p.m. in the afternoon, which means that the people that were in the office, which I know it didn't look like a lot, but remember, that was 2021. A lot of industries and companies were still working full-time from home, or at least some sort of hybrid program. So not only would not a lot of people probably be there right at 5 o'clock, but also with less people there in general, it would explain why it looks kind of empty and why someone might have been able to take those photos and videos. and there's even GPS data from the image that lands right on Rockstar San Diego.
So when GTA 6 is going to launch later next year in 2025, it is going to launch only with a single player campaign. Online is going to be coming at a later date, so everyone that plays GTA 6 on day one is only going to be able to experience the single player story. Now, while a lot of online players may be turned off by that, it is a good reason to be excited for it because there is a lot to look forward to. According to what we know so far, it seems like that Rockstar Games is going to be sticking to their usual formula of a typical GTA story. You're going to have missions, phone calls between the missions, checkpoints, heists, and all of that great stuff. However, there is going to be a really interesting dynamic between Jason and Lucia that we didn't really get to experience in GTA 5. Now, GTA 5 had the 3-character system between Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, and this was super innovative at the time. No other game had this at the time, and still today, it is arguably one of the best systems of its type implemented into a video game. However, because it was with 3 characters, it was a little bit difficult to develop a story that was able to encompass all 3 characters in most missions. Now with GTA 6, Rockstar is going to be taking that 3 number and bringing it down to 2, and we're going to have a duo of Jason and Lucia. And this duo is likely going to create a much deeper story that wasn't really possible with 3 characters. And allegedly, they may end up splitting towards the end of the game, there may be some type of fight between them, but we're going to have to wait and see what the details are actually like when the game releases. In addition, Rockstar Games is expected to implement way more open world events around the GTA map. Now, with the map of GTA 6 being expected to be about 2 times the size or possibly even larger compared to GTA 5, there's a lot of room for open world events. So that means that whenever you're going throughout the map, there is very likely going to be an event that pops up every couple of minutes that you can either drive by or engage with. This is something that Rockstar did a fantastic job with in their most recent game, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm really looking forward to them implementing a similar system into GTA 6. Now, speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, another feature from that game that is likely going to be transferred into GTA 6 is the ability to talk to NPCs. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you would know what I'm talking about. You can essentially go up to any NPC and have either a positive or negative conversation with them. This is something that we haven't really had before in a GTA game, and while it was still fine to play without it, in Red Dead Redemption, it made the game so much more realistic, especially when you were not in a mission. Allegedly, that system will be making its way into GTA 6, which means that you can talk to any NPC in the game, and that may unlock missions or possibly create conflict depending on how you approach people. In addition, another thing that's worth noting is that the missions are likely going to feel way more elaborate. The cool thing about GTA 6 is that it's not going to be based in a singular city. For the first time ever, Rockstar Games is recreating an entire state. For the sake of GTA 6, they are doing the state of Florida, and this is going to contain many areas of Florida, including Miami, which is Vice City, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and other areas around the state of Florida. This is going to create some really cool opportunity for different missions because every city in Florida kind of has its own vibe, and Rockstar Games is expected to recreate that vibe in every city around GTA 6. And also, the missions themselves are likely going to be way more elaborate as well. Rockstar Games is really keen on listening to player feedback, and they know what players like, including the heist missions and the missions that require setups and a lot of planning, and those missions were some of my favorite as well in GTA 5, and those allegedly are going to be a much bigger part of GTA 6 to really get players invested. And all of this combined with the improved graphics, the improved quality of everything, the improved physics, and all of the other enhancements that will be made to the base game of GTA 6, I think the storyline is definitely going to be worth playing. So even if you are a player that really just only plays GTA Online and you're not really a fan of single player stories, It is included for free with GTA 6, it is part of the price, and at release it is likely going to be the only thing to play. So I recommend checking it out. It's probably not going to be for everyone, but it's pretty safe to say that this should be the best GTA story ever made.